Sup guys, Ryu here for TheCouncilNetwork. Let me just start this video off by saying welcome to the Ninja Turtles Season 4 episode, I think we're on 21, Darkest Plight episode review. Now before this gets completely started, I'm so sorry we did not get the Legends of Tomorrow video out. There was actually two major reasons. One, I wasn't happy with the way I carried myself with the whole discussion and review of that. I felt off, number one, and number two, I had to have a very minor surgery in my knee. So that kind of just put me on the shelf for a few days. But we're back, and I know Jonathan will be uploading the DBS review a little bit later. So thank you guys for just continuously having our back support and just patience. It means the world. It really fucking does. Now, before this gets started, let me completely just start off by saying if you have yet to see the episode, I had to watch it online because PlayStation View doesn't have it no more. I don't have regular cable, and on top of that, I found it on YouTube, so you guys can find it that way. Also, I really thought they were gonna do the thing with Splinter again that they did in the beginning of the season, because it just felt like they were going back there. I'm very happy they did. So let's talk about the highs and the lows, if there's any lows in this episode. So I said last week that I did not want to see Shredder pretty much die or end the Shredder arc as Super Shredder, because I'm just tired of seeing mutant after mutant after mutant. We need villains that we need villains that are human, because it keeps the Turtles more grounded and more to the roots. Also, we got to find out what happened to Rat King, and holy crap, I didn't even think that would get through the censors, and it did. Hello? I mean, I know kids nowadays are probably not going to be offended by it, yeah, he was a bad guy and may not put the two and two together, but geez, if that was in the 80s, right off the air, never shown again, because that was just, ooh, wasn't that gruesome, but still. So Splinter fell down. I don't really know how he survived. I gotta, just be honest here, because if you saw The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I know, not the greatest Spider-Man movie in the world, when Gwen died and her head hit right on the ground, I kind of have those vibes here where Splinter just hit right on his back, and I'm like, okay, all you did was really break your foot. Alright, for the sake of not, circling back to where he's dead again, I'm gonna let it slide, for the simple reason I didn't want to see the Turtles have to go time travel or use some Lazarus pit to bring him back. Hey man, there's that Batman crossover comic book that it's a second, crossover that they're doing with Batman, because the first one went so great. So, the Lazarus pit confirmed. In all seriousness, I'm actually glad they didn't do that whole thing. Maybe whatever Splinter fell into, actually saved them. I don't know. It's kind of think Assassin's Creed when they jump into the giant field of things. They're like, woo! Maybe it's one of those situations. I really don't know. It bothered me. But for the sake of not having to recite the same plot from, of course, the beginning of the season, that the Turtles travel in space to travel back in time to stop the Triceratops to save Master Splinter. Thank God they did that. But, or maybe it's that unresolved thing when the Turtles came back, and then the other set of Turtles, because, they went back in time, went to the future, the reason Splinter lived, I don't know. I still can't make heads or tails of it. That's me trying to make heads or tails of it. Whatever. We see Shredder pretty much losing his mind. This is a guy who didn't want mutagen. He didn't want to be a freak. He despised mutants. And look what he does. He's so obsessed with revenge, he fucking mutates himself. His hand is all wiggling around. And of course, he survives the fall because he's a giant fucking mutant. So that's acceptable. I love the Rocksteady Bebop in this episode. I love the fact that April got some really cool fight scenes. Casey Jones was just kind of annoying in this episode. I gotta be completely fair. And Karai, she really felt like she evolved to some degree as a character, whereas she would normally just go, fuck it, I'm gonna go after Shredder. She was a little more cool-minded, yeah, let me help Leonardo, who's been squished and pulled apart by Super Shredder. So I'm actually happy that they did that. But the one thing I really want to touch upon in this episode review is just, oh man, the Rat King. I was like, oh crap, they brought back the Rat King, and then of course, I guess they foreshadowed it to some degree. you know, like, yo, I'm always in your mind, and you have a fever, you need water, and do whatever it takes to survive, and obviously he didn't. And the Rat King's dead body was, like, in the very pit of this giant drop. Like, this is where the Green Goblin dropped Gwen Stacy somewhere down there. Too soon? Too soon. So, there was that. But honestly, I was just like, holy crap, I didn't think, I know I said it before, I didn't think they would get away with that. That's insane. Like, you showed the dude's chest all busted open. There's no blood or anything, but I was not expecting that, so I'm actually pretty happy that they did that. That's something I was expecting in the 2005 version, and not here, but that kind of makes me disappointed, because now they can't do a Rat King like, you know, he's a major villain. So, I don't know what they have planned for Season 5, but I'm open to it, of course, because I'm loving Ninja Turtles like always. Now, this is technically a second part to last week's episode, so there's a lot of resolution going on, you know, things and whatnot, and of course, there's things that will set up to the back half of the season. Well, the very end of the season, I should say, because that's where we are right now. Shredder, what the hell is wrong with you? You're already fucked up from mutagen. You want more mutagen that's not stable? I really do think that line that Donatello said last week is that it's going to take weeks or months to get more retro mutagen ready. I think that's how they're going to do it with Super Shredder. I really do hope that that's how they bring him back to, you know, normalcy. And with the retro mutagen, he can't be turned into Super Shredder again. Yes, it's a really cool thing when he turns into Super Shredder. Maybe we'll have that Karai, you know, like thing where he can mutate into Super Shredder, but most of the time he's regular Shredder. That would be something I'd be okay with as well. And at the same time, it just gives a resolution. It gives the kids a cool action figure. I'm not gonna lie, I want that figure. But at the same time, I'm just like, you know, we need more human villains. Stop mutating them. Stop it. Stop it. As much as I like the Mutant of the Week, just I want to see more now. Because we're in Season 4 and we're heading to Season 5, which is a great accomplishment. But I don't want this turning into 2005 Ninja Turtles where Shredder turns into a Krang. You know, that works for that, but it just wouldn't work here. And we're sort of crossing that line. Now, one thing I do want to say is I'm interested to see where they take it. Of course, I'm a little disappointed at the Rat King thing. Also seeing Donatello and Michelangelo be the two to go down and get Splinter. That's a nice callback. I don't know if it's intentional or whatnot, but it's a nice callback to that episode they did. I think it was like Season 1, Season 2, where you had the A team, you had the B team, and the A team was Leo and Raph, and then now you have Donnie and Mike, who were supposed to this B team for a while. Well, they just moved up to the A team. They're the A squad because they just saved your dad. But, man, Leo got fucked again. Like, how many times is Leonardo gonna get just wrecked and not be able to, like, you know, deal with fights? Also, it looked like Karai knew exactly where to go after Shredder, and it looked like we may be getting Dark April. Maybe that will happen in Season 5, or maybe that'll be a cliffhanger in Season, you know, the end of Season 4. And, hey, this is how we beat Shredder. She's evil now, and we gotta deal with that for the first couple of episodes for Season 5. I don't really know, but it's something I said at the beginning of Season 4, which was like last year, or sometime. It's been a while. Just, let's be frank, it's been a while. You know, maybe that's something that they'll do, and I'm interested to see where it goes, because of course they said that April is supposed to be a really big part to the Ninja Turtle mythology, you know, when it comes to Nickelodeon first, and I'm absolutely okay with that. I honestly believe the show could go way past Season 5. And of course, if you guys don't mind me spoiling this, there was something in Comic-Con where basically the voice of Michelangelo got to do a new song of Ice Cream Kitty, and of course that was just set up for this. Mark Hamill will be on the Ninja Turtles, but I think they're saving that episode to get closer to Rogue One, or just, you know, like build up to Star Wars. And there's something with Tiger Claw I don't want to say here that will happen to him that we got to see at Comic-Con. We got to actually ask the cast, like, hey, what happened to Tiger Claw? Oh, you'll find out. And I thought it was going to happen in this episode when Shredder was just like, get the away, and just threw him, but very happy that didn't happen. I don't want to spoil it, because that is something major. That is something major that I think will lead Tiger Claw down to the path he's going to take that they showed at Comic-Con. But again, Comic-Con New York. I don't want to spoil that for anyone who doesn't want it spoiled. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love this episode. Definitely going to give it a 9 out of 10. It was a lot better than last week's because it resolved a lot of things and, of course, set up for, you know, it hyped up for the next episode. I can't wait to see what's next. But thank you guys so much for watching. That DBS review will be dropping, and we'll be returning to Gotham and Supergirl this week, tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. See you then. Peace.